Hi everybody, and welcome to my attempt at this week's BBO weekly free instant tournament. You'll find under instant tournaments, weekly free instant tournament, and we can get started. You can play these same 8 boards anytime between Friday and Thursday, and it's a best hand tournament, match points. So nobody can have more points than me. They can have the same number and they can have much better distribution, but nobody can have more points than me. And my aim in doing this is to try and talk about thought processes and counting the hand, just to help intermediate players improve their game. So in the robot system, this is a nice, easy one no trump opening, 15 to 17. There's a Stamen, so we've got 4 hearts, and we're going to play in 4 hearts. Right, so the robot's turning up with about 10 points. And the 4-card heart suit. There we go, 10 points, 4-card heart suit, not a very nice one. But the opening lead is going to we solve our problem in clubs. It doesn't look like this is from 4 to the queen. It's more likely to be a singleton or a doubleton. Really looking at it, if we pick up the queen of clubs, we should have a spade to lose, and the main thing is going to be making sure that we don't lose more than 2 trumps. There's a slight risk that there's losing a ruff if this is a singleton. I'm going to play the jack to encourage the queen. Doesn't appear. So we're not quite sure where the queen is at the moment. I'm going to play the 5 of clubs, hiding the 2, because probably doesn't go to the robot because they don't signal, but if people did signal length or whatever, then that could confuse their signals. So choice here. I can play the 2 of spades towards the queen, and this hand, then they might encourage them to play trumps to stop me ruffing in dummy. Really, I'm not interested in ruffing in dummy, but does make it more likely that they can get East in to give West a ruff in clubs, because if I put the queen on, Lee loads the queen of spades, ace of spades here, club ruff, I'm then in some trouble. I've got a nice safe way of crossing to dummy in a diamond. I could take a heart finesse, but then I've got no other entry. So I think I'm going to play. Oh, I'm in dummy anyway, aren't I? So I don't need to worry about it. I should try and draw trumps. So I'm going to play a heart and play one of the king or jack. Now so it'll be the jack to start with. Queen. So we're missing the 10 still. Here's a spade. So this looks like this may. And we didn't get that hand in. Right, so, but this hand won't have underled the ace of spades. So the ace of spades is here, waiting to kill the queen. And I'm not going to be able to stop winning the ace of spades, but I certainly want to go to dummy now and lead another trump. Now, one possibility is to play this hand for the 10 of hearts. Because the 9 went last time as well as the queen, jack and the queen. So I'm going to play, I might finesse the 6. We'll see what happens. Right, so we are going down here. There's nothing we can do to avoid losing 2 more heart tricks. So we might as well lose one of them straight away. Well, they did underlead the ace of spades. That's the first time I've seen the robot underlead an ace in a long time. 10 of spades. We're not actually worried about roughing because the 8 and 6 are the same. We don't want this robot to get in with the ace of hearts and then lead another spade, because we've had to rough in this hand. Yeah, so that's the difficulty. They've got 4 hearts, so we may lose. Risk is that we lose 2 heart tricks here, and it actually seems difficult to avoid, so we should have got our spade discard earlier. We could have got one on the diamonds, and I thought it didn't matter, but it did, because they can force dummy. So if I lead a heart now, they've got the ace and one that's lower than the 6, but they'll win the ace and then lead another spade, which I'll have to trump, and then when they get in with the trump, they can cash. You know, they can get in with the other trump. So they're going to make both their trump tricks, but they mustn't let them make a spade as well. So what's the club position? I'm going to lead the 8 of hearts. Green. Lay down the ace of clubs, and they're roughing low. That means they can just make their big hearts now. No, it doesn't. If there's a spade, they can exit, and I'm going to have to lose a club. I haven't played this very well at all. Could have done an awful lot better, although I expect there'll be people who've done just as badly as me. So the robot just plays the queen of clubs there just for fun. Only 7.1%, so obviously did very badly. Most people were only 2 off, but people did stop in 2 spades. Right, so a long way to catch up here. I played that badly by not cashing the diamonds and getting a spade discard from my hand, so I could rough a spade lead in my hand and keep 2 trumps in dummy. Right, on to board 2. Well, there's only 12 high card points, so but now I'm going to start with our 6 card suit. 1 no trump for the robot, a forcing 1 no trump, but because it could be up to 12 points playing the robot's 2/1 system. But well, I don't really want to play no trumps, although those are not so bad. So the robot has quite a lot of points and has a 4 card heart suit, maybe even 5, but not enough to force the game. To bid 2 hearts over 1 spade, the robot would have to have 13 points and 5 spades. So they don't have that. Let's see if we can play this a bit better than the last hand. Well, 1 diamond and 2 spade losers and the trump loser. Can we get rid of any of these? Usually only the diamond on the 3rd round of clubs, which they rough with a heart winner. So they have a heart winner. Even if we've got 8 trumps, so they've got 5. Even if they split 3-2, unless the queen jack of doubleton, they'll win the 3rd round of hearts. So I've got to hope that they can follow. If I draw 2 rounds of trumps, assuming this club doesn't get roughed, draw 2 rounds of trumps and then play clubs, and provided they trump don't trump before the third round, so the second round I have to follow. The third round, I can throw the king of diamonds away, so they won't have a diamond trick. So that's the line of play we're adopting. The queen of jack or jack of hearts drops on this, we may change our plan. No. Right. So one of them's got the queen of hearts still. So this one stands up. Right, so now I can play this and throw that away. They make their trump that we're going to make, but now they're not going to make a diamond trick. So I can trump that. I can cross to dummy, but basically I'm going to lose the two spade tricks. The three clubs are good and there are no more trumps out. I'll leave the jack of spades, just see if they make a mistake. I don't think they will. No, they cash their two spades. Here comes the seven of diamonds. Seven of clubs away. Rough it, and now dummy is good. Two good clubs and two good trumps. So that was worth 92.9%. Which is exactly the other half of what I am. So I'm up to 50% now. Why exactly it should be there? Lots of people going down in spades. Well, it's presumably because they bid two spades over one no trump. Yeah, and then they got to four spades. So it's all to do with the 2/1 system and the forcing one no trump. Right. So this is 18 high card points, I think 6, 7, 14, 18. And it's quite a reasonable 18. I don't need to worry about this being a low doubleton. So I've got, in the robot system, you open one of a suit and then jump in no trumps with 18, 19. So I'm going to open one diamond. Partner's going to pass, which means it's getting passed out. Right. Now I wish I'd opened one no trump. Well, I don't. But there's not a lot, but spades would be a lot better contract, which is where you would have got to in ACOL. But score hands like this, ACOL often fares better. Well, at some point I may want to be able to get to dummy. I'm getting a spade rough here. Right, I've got to draw some trumps now. Am I going to let them have another? I think I've got to do this. Remember, they've trumped once. They're going to trump again, and I'm going to unblock the jack of spades so I can get to dummy. So we've seen 4 of their diamonds. I'm going to... So remember, we only had 6 diamonds to start with. They had 7, and we've seen 4 of them. We've got to hope that, right. So they got 1 left. I've got this losing club, but I can throw it on a spade. I've got to go for 1 down by getting rid of their last trump. See, if I played the spade, they would have trumped it and I could never get to dummy. As it is, I can win the king of clubs, go over to the 10 of spades, 9 of spades, over 6 and make the last trump for 1 off. So I won't be the only one that's 1 off. I'll be the only one playing in 1 diamond. It's 1 diamond's the system bid in the robot system, and that gets me 82%. That's lots of people going 2 off in 1 diamond and 3 off. So how do the people get to 3 spades? They opened 1 no trump. Yeah. They are often tempted with the 18 points to downgrade it to 17 with the robot. But that just seemed too good an 18 points to do that. Right, so now we're here, we've got a 12, just 3 aces. But we have a 5-card major, so we'll open. 2 clubs is Drury. Basically, they've got spade support and almost an opening hand. Am I interested? I'll go for singleton. So if I look at the different responses, 2 diamonds is an invitation to game. I do have 13 to 14 total points. 2 hearts has 4 hearts as well, which I don't. 2 spades is I've got rubbish. Although it says 12 to 13 total points, they add on points for the singleton's worth something. And if I go to 3 clubs is forcing to game. 3 diamonds is a splinter, but shows a much better hand. So I'm back at the 2 level, and 2 diamonds is an invite to game. So if they're maximum, I'm going to say, let's go to game. And 3 clubs from them, forcing to 3 spades. Well, 3 clubs is good news. That's where I want their values to be. 11 total points. So we're going to lose a diamond. We might lose a club. Looks like we've got a loser in each suit, probably. And if we don't have a club loser, we can obviously have 2. I'm going to bid 3 spades here. And the robot's accepted my sign-off. Queen of clubs. Right, why have they led the Queen of clubs? Is it from Queen Jack something? If it is from Queen Jack 9, then there's nothing I can do about it. Either I win the ace clubs here, lead the 10, they can put the jack on, and the 9 will be good for the 3rd round. It's Queen Jack doubleton, it's fine, but it's much more likely that it's Queen singleton, in which case I can win the king and take, if I get to dummy, take a subsequent finesse in against the jack of clubs. Keep that 7 of clubs and keep the 6 in my hand as an entry. So I've got to throw the 8 underneath the king here, just to keep the entry position flexible. So I've got 2 alternatives. Either I can take my heart finesse now, or I can play trumps. I think I'm going to play trumps. The only rough possible in dummy is the 3rd round of hearts, and that could actually go away on a club. On the other hand, taking the heart finesse now will give me another entry to dummy. I've got the ace of diamonds as an entry. I'm going to leave the 3 of spades, the jack. I'm going to duck this one. Club coming back. I've got to put the 10 on that. I'm going to trumpet. But by taking the heart finesse for me. Right. So this hand's still got 2 clubs left. And they are Jack was led there. No, they haven't. No, because I had 9, so it's only got 1 left. So the clubs are all good. So there's no rush to rough a heart because we've got a heart winner. So I'm going to play the ace of spades, and there's a chance that we won't have any more spade losers. So, and they're not. Right, so remember we started with 8 spades, 5 and 3. They started with 5. 4 of them have appeared when we played 2 rounds, and they've roughed with 1, so they've all gone. So actually, now we can play the ace of clubs, dropping their last club. 6 over to the 7. 5 of clubs, throwing a heart away. And the jack of hearts is good. And that leaves us with the ace of diamonds and 3 trumps. So we're going to lose out to those who bid game, because we didn't. I'm saying we're going to lose out to them, 96.4%. Now, why is that? Nobody did bid game, and not many people made 200. Somebody bid 3 no trumps. All right, so that's a good result. Got us into first place, almost 70%, considering how we started. That's obviously, well, here we go. We've got 14 points, 2 4-card minors. Well, don't do this at home, but I like to open these 14-point hands, balanced hands, where I don't have a 4-card major. So it gets in their way and doesn't stop. We're not missing a 4-4 fit. If I had a 4-card major, I'd be dubious about opening 1 no trump with 14 points, because it might stop us finding the 4-4 fit. Partner might have 8 points and 4-card major and have to pass. But here we're not worried about missing the 4-4 fit, so let's just bid 1 no trump. 2 clubs. Looks like they have a 4-card major. We don't have one. 3 no trumps. There we go. So they got 10 points and a 4-card major. At least, let's see what they do have. And they do have exactly 10 points and a 4-card major. And the king of clubs is led, which is very nice. So if we count our tricks, we can, if we can untangle them, we've got 3 diamonds and 2 spades is 5. And now when I win, after winning the king of clubs, I played clubs back, we must make 4 clubs. And we've got a heart trick to come. So after they cash the ace king, I just need to make sure that after I've played the ace of hearts, I'm a bit short of entries to my hand, so I'll need to unblock the king of clubs early on. But you can see now, well, now the 8's gone as well. Do I want to play the king of diamonds now? I think I'll play the 2 of clubs first, get out the queen. Now I've got an entry to each hand, and they're going to cash their 2 hearts, I expect. There they go. Right. And now I'm fine. I can let that run around to the king of diamonds. And the queen of hearts is good. The 3 clubs are good. So I can throw a diamond and the 2 spades away. A spade, and so a diamond could go on them. Queen of hearts and a spade will go away on the club, and I've got the king of spades. So I've got ace king of spades is 2. The queen of hearts is 3. 3 clubs is 6. And the 2 diamonds are 8. And there are 2, 4, 6, 8 tricks to go. So I can claim them all. 630, 96.4% again. Wow. Only one other person in, not even in 3 no trumps. Right. Okay. Moving on to board 6, 3 boards to go. We've got 15 points. We've got a spade stop. I'm a firm believer if you've got 15 to 17 points and a stop in their suit, you should just get your hand off your chest in one go by bidding 1 no trump, even with a singleton. I wouldn't do it with a void, but no, unsurprising. So this hand doubles, thinking that penalty double. Partner bids 2 diamonds, which says they want to play in hearts. Unsurprisingly, we don't want to play in hearts. East doesn't want to get that kind of penalty, so I'm now just going to pass. I don't want to play in hearts, and they can play in 2 spades. Well, I'm quite keen to lead hearts here. Anything else might give something away. I could have a look first with the king of diamonds. Not really, because I'd really like partner to lead clubs back if they get in. See, partner's hearts weren't that wonderful. Well, let's give it another round. All right. Do they have the queen of diamonds? See, what do they have for their opening bid? King, queen of spades. Probably. Nothing in hearts, probably. Ace, queen of clubs would give them enough for an opening bid. They probably do have the queen of diamonds. They're showing 6 spades. The real worry is dropping partner's queen. But well, we've got 4-4. The partner's got, I think I'm going to play the ace, and if it doesn't drop the queen, partner will be able to ruff, and if drop the queen there. Right, so the jack of diamonds is now available for a discard, but there's no convenient route to dummy for them, because I can trump a heart. But this hand can have ace queen of clubs. They've turned up with queen of diamonds, probably only king queen of spades because they played the queen of spades. They may have learnt that's the most deceptive card from king queen jack, but the robot hasn't usually done that up to now, but the robot could have got better. So if that were 5 points, queen of diamonds makes 7. They probably don't have the queen of hearts, not transferred to hearts, but they could do. But then they probably have ace queen of clubs, 6 spades. Hearts will go away there. Oh, well, I think I'm going to play a club and see what partner can contribute. So I've got to exit with something. I play a diamond, the jack will win, and this hand will throw away a club. And they had 6 spades, so they turned up with 2 diamonds is 8. I think they got at least 2 clubs. Then they would have 3 hearts, which would give partner 5 hearts. because there were 4 here and 1 in our hand. So that's just, and that becomes quick and easy to you if you remember the way in which 4 numbers will add up to 13. It was 4 3 3 3, 4 4 3 2, 5 3 3 2. You just remember the top 10 of those combinations. All these sums will become easy to you. So if you think I had 4 diamonds, 2 diamonds, partner had 3, and so on. And this hand has 6 spades, 2 diamonds, and then 3 2 in. They got 5 cards in clubs and hearts. They've got 5 cards in clubs and hearts, so they can throw one of them away. And we've got ace, queen of clubs and 3 hearts. 1 heart's already gone. Yeah, so they've got some winners. So I'm going to play a club. I don't think it can cost. Now they didn't have ace, queen, king of spades. The ace. The king of clubs. Draw a trump. Throw a heart away. Heart to dummy. Jack of diamonds. Throwing a heart. A diamond. So in fact, they had a heart winner in dummy. Yeah, yeah. That's the heart winner, but I don't think anything else would have done any better. We can just have a quick look to see if I could have done better. With only 28%, that even make 2 spades plus 2. Still in first place. Let's just have a quick look and see if there was a better card for me to play. I export this and quickly look at this hand. And if I play it through until I get to the point there, and drop it. See what? So I had to leave the 4 of diamonds. My partner had the 9. And then they can only discard 1 of them. That's the only card. Oh, the ace of spades. And then the 4 of diamonds would have worked as well. But yeah, they had to be passive to stop them making the second over trick. So that's what I could have done. I was trying to work out if it wouldn't fail, but yeah, the Jack of Hearts wasn't a winner. Right. 2 boards to go. Let's see if we can stay in first place. Nice big hand here, 21 high card points. 8, 9, and 8, 17, 21. So could treat it as balanced despite the singleton, but the robot will be bad at finding this fit. This looks more like a suit contract. If I open 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, am I going to force the game? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to follow a reversing sequence that will be very strong, but not unconditionally forcing. As long as this doesn't get past. Oh, all right, there we go. That was the real danger of opening 1 heart. But yeah, I should have needed to open 2 clubs. So we won't do very well here. 3, ace. I really want to get the dummy to take a spade finesse, and I want to ruff a diamond and dummy. So I'm going to play the queen of diamonds from my hand. I'm going to play another heart. Perhaps I should have played a diamond to the king. Play the diamond to the king now. Now I can leave the two of spades, jack, queen's there. That's fine. Draw the last trump. Nothing I can do about the club, but I've nothing I can do about the diamond now. So that was foolish. Yeah. I needed to get my diamond rough in earlier. I didn't give that hand enough thought, I'm afraid. That I'm going to lose two more tricks. There's nothing I can do about that. So I should have made game. Lose two more tricks. I'm sure it would turn it down if I try them. Yeah. I rejected that one. Don't lose those two tricks. There are no more trumps out. Playing 5. No, all right. There was another trump out, right. But lots of things I did wrong on that hand. So now I can claim just losing two more tricks. Two. 140 was worth 78.6%. So people were well to 110 and people in 4 spades going down. But I think I should 4 hearts rather. I should be in 4 hearts and I should make it. I just have to make sure of the diamond rough. So I should have played a diamond. Let me show you what I should have played and then. It's probably worth doing. Well, we see what happens. 2 of her. This is where I went wrong. I should play 2 of diamonds. Whether they go up with the ace, they go up with the ace. I don't have a diamond loser, so assume they've played 3, king, 4. I'm in dummy. I've got one more entry to dummy, so I can 2 of spades, 5 of spades, jack of spades, and win the queen. Otherwise, they don't do it. And now, if they do what they've been doing, which is playing trumps, no, they could get taking the spade finesse there was wrong again, because you see that if I play the 4 of hearts here and doesn't follow, I can win with the 7. Now when I play a diamond, whether I play the 7 or the queen, this hand wins and can play another trump and stops me doing it. So what I actually had to do, we come back to the point where I do have to lead the 2 of diamonds. They have to play low. I have to win the king. They play low. I have to play the 10 of diamonds. This hand covers with the jack. I play the queen, ace. And now, when they play a heart, say if you throw a club. Now when I win, but now, yeah. Now, if I ruff with the jack of hearts, I set up a heart trick for them. So it is very difficult to make 4 hearts on this contract. So perhaps I didn't play it so bad. I did play it badly, but some better lines would still have not succeeded. Right, board 8, still in first place. See if we can get it over 70% this time. Probably not. 7 and 6, 13, 15. This is a balanced 15 count. Even though it's got a 5-card suit, it's not very nice 15. Then we've got 8s and 9s, 8s and a 9. But it is a bit lacking in intermediates. It is a best hand tournament, but there's not this hand. There's a passed hand. I think I'm going to treat this as 14 points rather than 15. And see whether being an open 1 heart, 1 no trump from there, 2 minus heart, 6 to 11 high card points. Should I bid 2 no trumps? 2 no trumps should just show 14, I think. No, it shows 17 to 18. Right, so I'm passing. And we'll see. Looks as though we did the wrong thing. 7 of spades led. They do play 4th highest, 7 from 11. If you remember, the rule of 11 is 4. So this hand would have 1 spade higher than the 7. Could be the jack or the king, but very often the robot leads a short suit, and the king and jack are both going to be here. So we'll see what happens. So they don't have the jack. So it probably was 4th highest. So I can do that. And we want to set up clubs. Gone up with the king, that's good. So now, remember, we had 8 clubs, 5 and 3, so they had 5. And they've only got 1 left, so our clubs are going to be good. Here comes the 4 of spades. And we think this hand's got a 7 was their 4th highest. They've still got room for another 1 below it, we think. Yeah. So this hand, the 9, trying to win the queen. So I've got the club winners. I've played a diamond. So I'm going to take the heart finesse right now, because that's into this hand. And if this hand has a 3rd spade, this hand will only have had 4. Remember, we had 6 here, over 3 here. There'll be 4 here. So just remember 4-3-3 shape. Remembering these top few ways in which 13 can be split into 4 groups really does make counting easy, and it's not difficult to remember them all. It's a trick that's well worth learning. I think we should teach beginners this in their first lesson, because just getting that ingrained into you does make counting the hand a lot easier. So I'm going to see if the heart finesse works. 10 appeared. So now the jack is missing, and that's leaving a diamond. This hand's thrown a diamond away. But my only entry to the clubs now is the ace of diamonds. Let's see what the 9 produces. That wins. Now I can cash these clubs, keeping the spades in my hand for a good reason. So this hand, this 3 of spades is lower than the 7. So this hand, assuming the 7 was 4th highest, this hand had 5 spades. And 2 clubs. They gave me the 8th tribute to my 180 was worth 75%, not enough to get us over 70%, but enough to keep us in first place. 69%. Well, we can't quite see other tables yet on this last hand coming up yet. No. Can we see it here? No, not yet. It takes a little bit of time to come up and see how many people bid 3 no trumps. So I've opened it 1 no trump. This hand would have gone 11 points, would have gone 3 no trumps. So presumably if I'm getting 75%, people were going down in 3 no trumps. Can you see yet? No. Will eventually appear, I'm sure. No attempt. No. This is always a bit of a slow bit in BBO, although it's changing all, sometimes it's quicker than this and sometimes it's slower. Anyway, it looks as though people who got to 3 no trumps went down. Of course, I'm surprised at that, because if I open 1 no trump and North goes 3 no trumps, West is on lead and they may lead a heart. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. All the times there where I made mistakes, and I hope I'm honest about them and you saw that I've made them and you can learn from my mistakes, as well as sometimes when I got something right. So I hope you enjoyed this week. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.